Idaho is usually the third state that comes to mind when it comes to hops production, but in the 2017 year, we jumped up to second in hops production in the country. KPVI News That Works For You reporter Paul Beam talked to local breweries to find out how that has affected businesses in the ever-expanding craft beer industry.
Idaho barely edged out Oregon last year for second place in hops production, and while we still are behind Washington by 60 million pounds, it has been great for a local craft beer industry.
I think it helps out. I think the craft beers are definitely growing in Idaho. You can kind of see that, with all the different things popping up.
Between the rising yield of hops and several local malting companies located in eastern Idaho, Idaho-based brewing companies are in good standing and looking to grow.
We like to support a local business, but it also looks good to our customers because we have local materials rather than something that comes from somewhere else. There we go. So we feel like we're in a good spot.
And while larger companies like Anheuser-Busch are taking advantage of the agricultural resources in Idaho, when it comes to the market, craft beers and larger brand names don't directly compete for the same customers.
Craft beer has their own crowd, their own people that like craft beer. So I think, competition's always good. So, makes everybody better. So
the Idaho craft beer scene is growing, and brewers come from all over to build events like Gate City Brewfest and Spring Brew.
Craft beers in Utah and Idaho is a little behind the curve as far as the craft beer across the rest of the country. So trying to get that up and ramped up, and so that we can enjoy all the good beers that they can get around the rest of the country up here as well. So
I'm Paul Beam, KPVI News That Works For You.
In the wake of the growing industry, Pocatello is adding a second Gate City Brewfest to its event rotation.